world, Seghter here. Welcome back to my Commute series. I'm on the road again, enjoying this lovely rainy weather. And I began filming this with no clean-cut topic in mind beforehand. This will be mainly focused on the pleasure of driving, or as the Germans would put it, Freude am Fahren. Rainy weather looks rather nice. The only huge downside is the fact that you get participants in traffic, like the guy who leads the pack right now, the one with the Touareg, with the Volkswagen Touareg, or the VW. Sluggish, and he ruins the experience for everyone. I have behind me a guy with a Dacia Sandero who might try to overtake me. I'm a little too near from the guy in the front. But needless to say that the Volkswagen Golf 7, Mark 7 I think, who's trying to overtake right now, is closest. And if the Touareg will brake, well, he's about to get into a world of hurt if that happens. See? One of the most important skills as a driver is keeping distance from the guys ahead of you. This is not the contest, this is not Forza Horizon, this is not Gran Turismo, this is not Taxi Driver, this is not a video game. You have no interest in aggressive driving or like modded Assetto Corsa, for example. It's not the case. In real life, on the actual road, you need to keep safe. Keep safe and sound. That's the whole point. Be cautious about it. Treat every situation as a possible accident, and you have the most chances of survival, the highest chances of survival, and the least chances of ruining stuff in the process. So, if the situation doesn't call for an overtake, you don't overtake. It is as simple as that. If you don't have enough foresight, you will regret things in hindsight. You will come to be woefully sorrowful afterwards. And as I mentioned before, the traffic is really difficult, it's really rough, especially due to people who just want to get on road just to piss you off. That's the long TLDR, too long didn't read, version of the whole thing. A couple of times there's a bunch of people who, instead of sitting the fuck down in their chairs or in their beds or on their sofas at home, they decide to hit the road jack. And that's the most stupid thing they can do, because they don't enjoy the road and they make hell, and they make the trip for the rest of the participants in traffic living hell. For example, the guy with the Tuareg, who could have stayed home and enjoyed Christ's ascension. That is what's going on now. That's why you see so many cars at the church on a Friday, because Christ has ascended. Indeed, he has ascended. I went ahead and I gave thumbs up to the Mazda driver with the Mazda driver, because Mazdas are the best cars in the world, period. There is nothing that comes even close. Yeah, I'm biased, but I don't give a shit. The way people believe in Allah, Allahu Akbar, in Jesus Christ, in Shintoism, in Buddha, I believe in Mazda. And also in Ahura Mazda, but that is a story for another time. Mazda, of course, originating from the creator Shunjiro Mazda, which is the father of Mazda, which began as a cork factory in 1926. I think. Or is it actually earlier? I can't remember just now, because we are spooling things up and we'll prepare ourselves for the overtake. These twos, and afterwards I'm going to steer right. I'm going to steer right and let the chickens settle the score themselves. So for the rest of the path, if I don't encounter anything which is slower than us, slower than me, I'm going to keep this lane, because I don't want to swing around and cause a commotion for the rest of the participants in traffic. 4,000 RPM. You have to push the pedal to the metal, because it's the teeny little 1.5 liter naturally aspirated petrol engine. Yes, it has a high compression because it's Skyactiv G, but it's no turbo, it's no work of art, because first and foremost I placed reliability on the highest pedestal when I bought this car, because when I thought of actually buying it, I thought to myself that I first have to select the engine and then select the car. So I kid you not, half a day before I thought to myself, and I spoke to my father, which I love, and whom I am grateful for many things. I love my parents, I love my mother and my father. I love you guys. This opportunity of putting it into video. I kid you not, I thought myself of actually buying a Renault Clio GT, which was a naturally aspirated 1.6 liter engine, 16 valves, because of the performance itself. And afterwards I thought to myself, well, if I am going, oh shit, this is not enough torque. If I'm going 5,000 RPM. If I'm actually going to buy myself a car, I might as well buy a Mazda, because I analyzed the situation, and the Mazda Skyactiv G edged ahead, being the most reliable car, having the most reliable engine I could find. Well, it wasn't actually the topic about this particular engine, not by far. This is not as reliable as the 2.0 or the 2.5. However, this was circa, or roughly, 8,000 euros. So this was, at the time being, the best opportunity I could get to find myself a new car, because my old car was a Golf Mark IV, and I still have it, but I still haven't changed the engine mounts, which I need to do if I'm ever to drive that again, because I will sever everything in the car. The engine swings wildly in the engine bay, so that's a bit too much. And that car is equipped with a single turbo. It's the legendary ARL engine code. It has 150 brake horsepower, 110 kilowatts, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the exact formula to convert kilowatts into horsepower. And that was really a very good car. But I went ahead and I bought a new clutch kit when the issue, keep to your lane, you fucking idiot, when the issue was actually the engine mounts. And would you actually believe that? No one told me that to shift to check and to change the engine mounts. And I found out the hard way that the engine mounts were the issue. When I understood that the engine mounts are the issue, and I lost the actual bolts that were keeping the wishbone mount from the engine from the transmission to the chassis of the car, and I lost them because I don't have the shield underneath the car, underneath the Golf, because someone serviced the car and forgot to put the shield back on. So ever since, I have been driving with the car with no shield. It's a plastic shield, but it matters. It keeps things cleaner, less dirt, less stuff to worry about, less corrosion. And I stopped using an engine mount, engine cover, engine shield underneath, okay? I can't tell you how many times I cracked the oil sump. The oil pan, the oil sump, the oil pan. The sump itself is like the screw-in thing that goes into the oil pan. I my own cracked it for roughly 3 times, I think, and my wife cracked it once. And I had to replace it at least twice. That has a couple of issues. The AC compressor, the compressed air compressor, doesn't work anymore. The klima doesn't work anymore. The turbo doesn't work anymore. In order to fix these things, I have to invest a hefty amount of money. And the car is old. Honestly speaking, the car is 2002 made. So yeah, it's rather old compared to this, which is 2015. And this is one of the main drives. And in all honesty, this was a gift from my parents, from my elders to me, to fix my auto vehicle issue. Okay? Because I had to commute, I had to do stuff to earn my living. And this is the reason why it was a team effort, and they bought me this, the Mazda 3 BM 2015 P5 VPS engine code, 1.5 liter engine, and this responds really well to good oil and to good fuel. It runs much better with better oil and better fuel than you would actually believe. And in the case of Mazda, that's a must. You cannot fool around with bad oil, in all honesty. And this is the exact reason why this guy is moving so slowly. Come on, overtake him. I hope he broke down, because if he decided to puff a smoke and actually stopped in the middle of the road only to puff a smoke, he's a fucking retard. There is no way around it. The guy is also very slow. He's running at 40 miles per hour. And what I wanted to say was that yes, I'm very satisfied with this car, even though it's not 2.0 liter engine, which is a much better choice when it comes to Skyactiv G, which is renowned for its reliability and performance behavior. But surprisingly enough, you saw in the curves that this is no slouch. It's no slouch either. The dynamic behavior of this engine is a case study for everyone. This is especially good for a naturally aspirated engine. It's very, very nice. It's a very, very nice engine. So we are here, so basically we entered the village. There is no hope of overtaking him. I'm driving within limits, even though some idiots are not adjusting their speed like the moron before me, ahead of me. That's how it goes. You cannot change the world, but you can externalize what you believe. I think that the moron with the Italian license plates decided to move on. So he was basically stopped to have a whiff. Explains why he's such a moron. I hope he dies of cancer. And this is how it goes. This is how the rainy weather over the fields and far away feels like. You can see the fog already emerging from the forest, from the woods, and This is interesting. Romania has plenty of cool stuff to do and to see, but the people are just pathetic. They are the worst thing that can happen to mankind. They are so dumb. And I'm sorry to say that, but most are unkempt. I identify myself as an European first and foremost, not as a Romanian per se, because you don't decide the country you will be born in. You may be born in Africa, you may be born in Southern America, for example, you may be born in Asia. You don't choose that, okay? What you can choose is the culture you opt in for when you grow up. This is how it is in my book. Once again, the guy is very sluggish. He could go actually faster, but he's not in any hurry. It's like a holiday for him. It's not a holiday for me, but whatever. Thanks for watching. Keep safe and sound. See you next time. Seghter.